Hello guys, welcome to my 5th video tutorial on JavaScript, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to use and create an array. So think of an array as a list of things or values. So to create your first array, let's type new array with capital A, parenthesis, and semicolon. Now, between the parentheses is where we're going to put the values of our list. Okay. Now, let's create a list of 3 cities, for example. Now, our first city is going to be Detroit, and you see that I've put the city between double quotes. Now, to go to our next city or value, we type comma and double quotes again. And we can type now, for example, Chicago or whatever city you want to put in there. Now, the third one can be New York. And there it is. We have created our first array with 3 cities. We can create as many cities, or we can put here as many values as we want, as long as they are separated with a comma and between double quotes. Now, to handle this array, we should create a variable. Let's call the variable cities equals new array. What this is doing is variable cities is holding a new array, a full array with 3 values. Okay, now we can handle that array. Now, if we want, for example, to output the first city in our web browser or web page, we have to type the document.write parentheses, and between the parentheses is where we're going to put the name of the variable, cities, and square brackets. And now between the square brackets we have to choose the city that we want to output. Our city is going to be the first one, which is Detroit. And to do that, we have to type a number between 0 or the number. I mean, the number that we're going to put in here corresponds to the city or the order that is inside the array. So if we type 0, as I told you before, in programming languages, 0 means the first one, or 1, okay? So 0 will output Detroit, 1 will output Chicago, and 2 will output New York, okay? So let's try if that works. Let's try 0 first, and let's refresh, and let's run this in Firefox for a change. And there it is, Detroit. Perfect. Okay. Now let's try, for example, the second one. 1. Let's refresh that. And there it is. Perfect. And if you type 2, obviously save it first. Refresh the browser, and there it is. Okay. So this is how we can output whatever value we want from our list. Now, for example, if we want to output the whole array, we just type the name of the variable, cities. Let's go here and refresh, and I already have here the result, Detroit, Chicago, and New York. Okay, perfect. Now there's another way you can create an array. So let's delete all this. So first we type the variable var cities equals new array, semicolon. And down here we type cities, square brackets, and 0. And here we type equal, and the city that we want to put as the first one, or at the position 0, which was Detroit, I think. Now the second one obviously is 1, double quotes, and this was Chicago. So basically we are creating the same thing, or the same list we did before, the same array, but in another, this is another way you can use. The result is going to be the same. Okay, you can choose either this way or the other one to create an array. And here was New York. And that's it. Don't forget to close after the city with semicolon. Okay? Let's save this. And now let's use the same way we did before with the function document write, parenthesis, semicolon, and inside the parenthesis, if we type cities, and here we type 0, now it should appear city 0, it should appear Detroit. Let's refresh, and there it is. It works fine. If we type here the 2, it will output New York. And if we want the whole array, there it is. Okay, perfect. Now let's say we already know how to output all the array, or one element of the array. Now what about if I want the 2 first ones, or the first one and the third one? Let's try to output Detroit and New York. So to do that, we type cities, square brackets, 0, and after that we type comma, cities, square brackets, and 2. Okay? Now let's run this, fresh, and there it is, Detroit and New York. Okay? There's a way that you will learn later on how to separate. You see that they are close together and they don't have a comma here, but I will show you later on in JavaScript how to do that, how to put a little space in there. Well, I can show you right now how to do that. You just have to take the comma out, and instead of the comma type plus plus, and between the plus we type double quotes, and the double quotes will have a space in it. Okay? Or a comma if you want to. Let's save this, and if you refresh, you'll see that the comma appears in there. Now let's say, let's give instead of a comma, let's give it a space, or 2 space. Let's refresh, and there it is. Okay, 2 spaces doesn't work. It will work only as 1 space. So let's give 1 space in there. So this is the way you can use. You can separate values, but we will talk about this more later on the course. Okay. For now, I just want you guys to learn how to make the arrays and how to output the values of the arrays. Okay, so this is all for now. See you in the next video. Bye.